If you're planning a trip to Toronto, I highly recommend that you get a Presto card. All of the public transport is centred around it, and you can use it for the streetcars, the underground, the GO train and the buses. Everything links in really well. Even though the GO train is actually a separate private company, it still works with your Presto card. When we arrived at Union Station, we'd already done a little bit of research, so we headed straight there in order to get the Presto card and get ourselves all set up. This guy was absolutely fantastic and pointed us in the right direction. So we headed to the machine, purchased our Presto card for $4 and loaded it with about 10 quid. It all came to about £12.25 Great British pounds, which set us up perfectly for the beginning of our travels around Toronto. Actually purchasing the ticket from the machine, the whole process, choosing your options and loading the card took less than 1 minute. Once we'd loaded the card, we went back to that guy who kindly set the card to senior rate, which meant that everything was that little bit cheaper and made our trip to Toronto that bit more cost effective, which was absolutely fabulous. So thank you very much to that guy, he was brilliant. FYI, the senior rate starts at age 65. If my memory serves me correctly, once you've tapped on, you can travel around the transport system for up to 2 hours before you have to re-tap it. And obviously when you're leaving the stations, you sometimes need it to exit. We had thought that we would take the hop-on, hop-off bus to Toronto for at least a day, but when we looked at the prices of that and realised that all the stops were very easily accessible through the public transport system, we decided just to use that. Toronto is set on a grid system, so it's really easy to find your way around and everything links in a relatively small area. Obviously it's great with a hop-on, hop-off if you get the extra information, but you can soon Google stuff these days, so we didn't feel it was necessary to go on the hop-on, hop-off bus in the end. We would give the Toronto transport system a definite 10 out of 10 for availability, connectivity and cost. It really is super efficient and good value for money, especially when you compare it to lots of places in the UK. I hope you've gained lots of information from this video. If you have, please like, share and follow. You know it makes sense. Until next time, bye for now.